Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my journey of joy, grief, and authenticity. My name is Hilarie, you know that. I wanted to share a story today that I don't think I've shared yet, and I think it's really funny, and so I just thought I would give y'all a good laugh. So whenever I was pregnant with our daughter Hollis, she died after being alive for about a week, and I missed the heck out of her. But whenever I was pregnant with her, she was such a sweet little baby in my belly that I kept wanting to feed her sweet tea. And I love McAlister's sweet tea, and so I found myself drinking their sweet tea almost every single day during my pregnancy. Not a great idea, not very healthy, don't advise it, but I did, and I would go there every day during my lunch hour, and it got to a point where they knew me. I was the pregnant lady that walked in every day. And a lot of you have heard me say that whenever I returned back to work, a lot of people, I had gone full term with my pregnancy, so a lot of people thought that I had a healthy baby. And so I got a lot of questions about, how's the baby? And I went through this phase where I really wanted to go. I was back at work. I wanted to go back to McAlister's, and all of a sudden it dawned on me that if I go back to McAlister's, they're probably going to ask me how the baby's doing. And I just don't know if I can tell that story again. And I didn't quite know what to say. So then I had an idea. I was like, I'll just tell them that she's doing great. And I'll show them baby pictures of her because I got some on my phone. And I had played all of this out in my head about how I'll just tell them that she's doing amazing and that she's about 2 months old, and she's at daycare, and yeah, love her to death, and show some pictures off. It's so funny how your mind thinks like that, and you just want to be in an alternate reality. And that was a little bit of my crazy coming out. And oh man, it's just the things that grief does to you. It's crazy. And it's just really hard to, I don't know, it's really hard to reason with yourself, because the things that come up are the things that you would think of is just crazy. And so I made my trip back to McAlister's, and you want to know what I did? Well, fortunately, I didn't have to do anything, because I'd been gone long enough that some staff had turned over, and so I didn't ever have to deal with that, with answering that question. I was also a little bummed, because I was like, well, what if I did want to tell her story? But nonetheless, I still go to McAlister's, and I think of Hollis a lot when I do. And, but I don't go as often, and I don't drink as much sweet tea as I did when I was pregnant. So that's a good thing. But just another funny story. I'm glad I can laugh at it. Because I know in some ways it seems really sad, but it's just one of those things. That's what grief makes you do. It makes you, you just can't reason with yourself. So yeah, I was gonna fake it. I was gonna fake it. I was gonna pretend. I was gonna lie. It just seems so crazy to me now. But sometimes that's easier to do whenever you're dealing with loss. Thanks for joining me on my journey of joy, grief, and authenticity. This is me being really honest about how I really wanted to lie and pretend that my daughter was still alive. Crazy. All right, thanks guys. You guys have a really great week, and love you all.